Hello, beloved. I hope you're having a great day. This is the day after Thanksgiving, not the day after Thanksgiving, somewhere right there. Um, it's been great. It was a wonderful Thanksgiving. I want to speak to a couple of people that I really care about. And when we get to talking, and like at Thanksgiving, everybody's got a glass of wine or whatever, and things can get confused and not be understood. And even if you use the same word or phrase doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. So I'm going to explain something to you that might say, I don't know if there's a God, or I don't believe in God, or whatever. Okay? So I'm talking to those people and others. You decide. This is to he who has an ear, let him hear. That's what Jesus said. And I've got to speak to those who can hear. If you can't hear, I understand. Okay? So let me explain something to you. And sorry, I have an ingrown hair in my nose. It's been about a week and a half since I trimmed my nose hairs. And this is why you see me not shaved a lot of times. So please get over it, okay? That's all it is. Um, you know God. You just don't know you know him. When people think of God, they think of all the rules. And rules are important. There's real rules from him. And they're important for a reason. Just like if I tell my kid, uh, don't go out of the yard because I don't want him to get hit by a car. There's real rules for a real reason, okay? Now, when we talk about God, it always ends up in this religiosity, religious stuff, okay? Um, and it is kind of hard for people to understand, but you know him. I speak to these two people because I know them, and I watch them, and I've seen them, and I know them personally. But I'm speaking to you too. If it applies, you'll know. You already know God. You've known him your whole life. You know him. Absolutely, you know him. Okay? When you're looking across the room and you see your kids and you get a smile for no reason, just because they're being stupid, that's him. That's him. He's in that. When you're thankful for something, one of the greatest things that happened to me was that he started dealing with me about thankfulness of being able to give. Like feeding animals. We have a bunch of animals we've rescued. I mean, we're probably a few times a day we're feeding like 100 seagulls. Now we have a reason because the seagulls keep the eagles from eating our cats. But we have a lot of animals. We love animals. Stopped yesterday, and this is not about bragging. I don't want to lose anything. But stopped yesterday. Saw a dog. Couldn't take this dog anywhere. It's a big dog. Could not do it. So I stopped and gave it my lunch. Okay, I had something in me that wanted to bless. We've all had it. Now, there can be manipulative blessing. You want to do something because of another reason. And for the evolutionary biologists who think that everything's mechanical, you're right. For you, it is all just mechanics. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You can think different. Okay? He's him, Father, Jesus, the love of God. That's the way into him. That's the easy way in. It's like with horses, there's two different types of brakes. You can hard brake or you can easy brake or love brake. They call it different things. But basically, it's you get on them and you ride them down till they can't get up. And you keep doing that until they obey you. That's hard brake. Or you can love brake them. You can love brake them. We do it all the time with animals here. We have strays that come up, and we just love on them a little bit. We just throw some food out there once in a while. Just throw a little bit out. Pretty soon, you can't get them out of your lap. You can't get them from. Why? Because of the love, because of the gift, because of the giving. And that's not rational. Evolutionary biology will tell you, oh, we do things We do things just for the sake of the evolutionary genus, and it's all a jack off. It's a total jack off, okay? It's garbage. It's worse than mythology. It's sewage. It's brain shit. They're shitting in you. They're shitting in you. They are. And a lot of them don't know, but they'll keep doing it. And the same thing happens with Christians too, and with cults and all the people. We barf out what's in us, okay? So the pedophile barfs out pedophiling. The pedophile that was pedophiled as a child and hurt takes its hurt, turns it around, spins it, and pedophiles other children. It keeps going. It keeps cycling. It keeps moving through. Good things keep moving through, and bad things keep moving through. But the bad has an agenda. And a lot of people just get hurt. And I say, I don't believe in God, because you tell me God's like some rules. God's not a bunch of rules. Now, that's a manifestation of Him, sure. The Word of God is a literal manifestation of Him. And if you say it's just a bunch of crap that people wrote, I'll explain to you where you're wrong. But I don't expect you to know this, because you don't study this stuff. Okay? You have to eat this. But you have to eat Him. It's Him. When you're thankful, there's no mechanistic reason for you to be thankful. You're not thankful because, oh, I have to support the tribe and the pack because evolution's bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? We are wired. We're mechanical. We're biological machines. This is a machine. It's a biological machine. But this is only part of us. We're actually in this machine. Okay? And we're going to go. If you want to know Him, let yourself be thankful. Let yourself feel a little joy in giving something. He's right there. Honestly, I want to say He's right fucking there. Okay? That's where He's at. He's not in a bunch of ideas. I'm the most head knowledge person I've ever met. I head knowledge better than anybody. I don't know anybody studies better than me. I don't know them. I don't know them. But the people that I do know that know more about something than I do, I go in and I get that because I want that. That's for me. I want everything I can get, okay, if they've got something. But most people, they got squat. They just know, they just get what they get from each other, especially when it comes to theology. They go to the commentaries. A lot of the commentaries are just traditions of men. They're not telling you who He is. They're not introducing you to Him. He's right there. He's right there, okay? You can have Him. And you don't have to be perfect at all the rules either, okay? I'm not saying go sin, so don't lie about me. Don't spin me, okay? And if you don't understand what I'm saying and you think I'm saying some kind of bigoted crap, well, I'm sorry. That's just your head. You're analyzing me through that lens, and, you know, I'm not responsible for it, and I don't want to offend at all. But you already know Him. You just don't know you know Him. Because we're not told what we are. You don't know what you are. You don't know how much you are. You don't know how valuable you are. You have no way to understand and comprehend your own value except to look around the world and see what other people who have no idea of their value are doing and thinking and saying. You're more than you know. And Him is right there. He's right there. He's a being. He's not an idea. The ideas are kind of jack-offs because you can have an idea about anything. But you want to touch Him, you want to know Him, okay? He's not a philosophy. He's not a theology. He's not an idea. That's Him coming through you. Just coming through you with His best. It's how you receive something, okay? A cat can come up and rub against your leg and like, leave me alone. Or you can realize that's you being loved. That's you being loved, okay? And the more you focus on the love part, the more you get. He who has will get more, but he who has not, even what he has will be taken from him. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? It says he has, it says he has not. It says what he has will be taken away. Oh, that's all stupid. No, you don't understand the language. He who has will be given more. He who has not in that scripture, even what he has will be taken away from him. What it's saying is he doesn't know what he has. so he will lose it. I will be given more. I'm not saying that because I'm so really cool. Look at me. Look at me. I'm just as smart. No, bullshit. It's not anything about me. I'm stupider than anybody, okay? I'm smarter than a lot and stupider than a bunch, okay? It's just reality. We're all shit. Don't worry about that. Let him have you. Stop dicking around. You don't have to be a stray. Stop fighting it. Stop thinking it's all a head thing. We can't fix it in our head. We just get running around in the same circle like a fucking rat on a maze or a little wheel. You have him. All you have to do is let the part of you that's thankful and the part of you that gets joy out of the giving, not manipulative. Can't do it manipulating. But even sometimes when we're kind of not understanding ourselves, maybe it seems like it's manipulation. It seems like I'm doing it to get something. You can let him come through right there. You don't have to do the science about it. You don't have to analyze it. You're not an experiment. You're not garbage. You're the most valuable thing there is or has ever been in the universe that he's made, at least as far as he says. You're it. Okay? You're it. It's all about getting you. Because the place we're designed to go makes the joy of giving seem very minuscule. It's beautiful. There's nothing to say negative about it. But we go from having joy to being in the person of joy and love. He'll rack you with love. If you let him, he'll show you how much he loves you. And all you can do is love more. Listen, I love you. I'm worthless, an idiot, screw up. You know my flaws. I'm speaking to the people who know me. But the rest of you, you can tell, okay? I mean, it's not like, how do you hide yourself, right? This is me. Get the rest of him. Get more of him. I'm just telling you to get more joy. I'm just telling you to get more joy. I'm not telling you to be religious. Religion is shit. You can spin religion. You can't spin thankful. You can't spin that love. I'm not talking about lust. We all have those things. We're all physical. But when you see your child or you give something for no reason, a lot of people would tell you, I don't believe in God. God's not real. God's not that. And then they feed the fucking squirrels in their backyard. Why? Why? Oh, evolution. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, we have feelings that are biological. That's him. If you want to know God, you go to where that's at. You enjoy those. Let yourself be thankful. Because thankful beats the crap out of sad and scared and hurt and feeling manipulated and all the crap that's going on. It's really going on. But you can look at something in a different way. You can see the situation differently. You can be above the norm in your sight, in your internal sight. And when you get that, I'm not good at this. I suck at this. Okay? But when you get that, you can actually have the ability to change your frequency internally. Think about a time when you were joyous. Think about a time when you got to give something. You saw somebody so happy. When you didn't even care. You didn't care. You did it for yourself. You did it because it brought you joy, right? Right? You see how it blesses them, but the feeling, he's in there. I'm not saying he's all that. I'm not saying Jesus is an endorphin or some kind of crap. But he's there. You want him. Get him. Nobody's controlling you. Nobody's telling you, you have to do this. You have to be religious. You have to go to our building with our little pointy thing on top. No one's telling you that. I'm telling you how to get him. Simply believe. You'll start walking in it. I'll close with this. There's a thing called clicker training. You do it with dogs. God does it with us all the time. If you want a dog to begin training so you can do it, and you can make them levitate, you can make them do anything with this type of training. It really works so well, okay? And it works with us because we're just, we're meat too. Got a lot of biology going on there, you know. So all they do is they sit down in a room and they let this dog in the room. And the dog may avoid them for a while, sniff around, sniff around, sniff around for a while. And then when the dog kind of comes near them or turns and looks in their direction, they click a little thing and they give it a treat. And the dog takes the treat. Pretty soon the dog learns that looking this way brings me a treat. Looking at joy brings you a treat. It brings you more joy. Psychology's neat in a lot of ways, but this doesn't come from that. This doesn't come from religion. This comes from him. I have this because of him. I don't have this because I'm the brightest guy. Now you have it. He who has will receive more. You now have this. If you let yourself walk in it, you will receive more. He who has will be given. He who has not, even what he has will be taken away from him. If I don't use my arm, if I tape my arm down, will I have my arm? Be a hanging, shriveled up thing. Don't tape him down. Let him run. You run. You run. Run for the joy. Fuck the rest. Fuck me. Fuck what the church says. Fuck the world. Who gives a shit about churchianity? Get him. Get him. He's real. Get him. All the very best. God bless.